Hey, what's up? Patreon night. Just hanging out. So don't worry about it, man, okay? Alright, I have to stop this because this is like copyright now somehow. Hard copyright. Unreal. Bueller? We're gonna keep it chill tonight, whatever. Alright.
Case, cancer of the adrenal gland set precedents for like all the legalization across the country. But he said the best thing that came out of Canada was the Celestial Temple sativa, which was really high in terpenes and the lemanoids in particular. So it had a real fruity, a real piney kind of smell, and it was a ceilingless high. So the more you smoke, the higher you get.
What?
He had to come down. He had to come down to deal with this case, and he flies down to deal with it. And the FBI arrests him on the tarmac. Goes into the plane, takes him out there with his lawyer. But he walks down this hallway, and there's this big bad looking sheriff dude, and he's like, man, this guy's this does not look good. And he gets down to the end, and the sheriff reaches his arm out and says, he says, are you Mr. Cubby? He said, I want to shake your hand because it's because of you that my wife is alive, because of the legalization of the medicine.
That's insane.
So he ended up getting, he had a couple felony charges, and they took all his stuff, but he ended up getting it all back. And then the rest is history.
So he ran up to Canada.
From there. He came back and fought the law, and he won.
Gotcha. Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
There's only one thing California's got going for it is that right now. It's on fire, it's earthquakes, there's power outages, the mortgages are high, the rent is high. I mean, it's crazy.
California.
It's freaking Mordor. Are you kidding?
It's fucking Mordor. It looks like Mordor in pictures. I saw this picture of this guy taking a picture of a UPS truck yesterday, and it was like an intro to fucking Doom Eternal. It was so blood red. It was scary.
Dude, the pictures people have been putting out have been bananas.
Yeah, with the UPS truck.
Biblical.
Yeah, I shared that earlier. I saw it on Facebook.
If that doesn't
I can't even believe that's real. It's what the hell?
I mean,
We're live right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we are live. I mean, that's cool.
Live.
I mean, we're not live, right? Don't think because we're live, everyone stops talking. That's kind of what happens.
Let's get people
everybody
live.
quiet.
It is super eerie.
How did we go from tech to pot to California?
We're talking about using it as alcohol.
It was a crazy jump. I was telling Dan, because he was like, "Yeah, it's
Dan,
it's nerd," and then I was like,
"Thanks for that,
I'll
Dan.
send you some bourbon." And then he's like, "No, I don't do bourbon. I do the other stuff." And then we immediately started talking about the other stuff.
That's funny.
I just got on.
Mikey can't come
Someone
in
was
here and
doing a
defend
poll on how many people are high while they, are on the stream, and I don't know.
No, I don't typically do that. It's very rare for me personally. I don't I get too anxious personally. I used to for a while though, but I enjoy it when it's really good, and especially if it's a sativa, because indicas are insane to me. I can't move. Those fuckers are so strong.
Yeah, I prefer
I'm sorry, excuse my language. Yeah, it's like a day. It's like a day trip thing you'd want to do.
They're just small, just to get you in the zone. I do it when I want to think about music and I get on the piano.
Oh, that's a great way of doing
And
it.
it's like I just get so in the zone. It's insane.
Well, it brings you into the
With
present.
discipline, it can be really useful. Just like anything, you know, moderation is key.
Of course. I mean, but like we've seen like an over moderation nowadays when they started doing the extracts. Like when you're starting to use chemical
oils and stuff.
Like just using like somewhere along the lines, I thought it was propane or some sort of gas that they were using to extract the THC from the flower.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm sorry. I knew it was a gas. I don't want to give bad information.
It's like the black market method to make it make wax.
I mean, I saw the fabrication method of it on a Vice thing that I was watching a few years ago, and they would dehydrate it until it became taffy-like, and you'd hope most of it would get out of it. I mean, that's not something I really want to be ingesting. But good lord, that stuff is insane. I had like the itchiest bit of it, and it just, I don't know what else could have floored me as strong as that. That was what.
So,
what's up? Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin not doing things. Down to 10,243. This is the chop. This is like trading right now. Good luck, man.
I would not want to.
I mean, look how many times, since like the beginning of the month, it's gone from 10,000 to 10,600 down to, look at this scam, down to 9,900, and then you dump it again after running up, right? How many times? It's just like the mulcher. This is a mulcher right now. It's no trade zone.
It's a lawnmower of rookies.
Oh, people just trying to play this. It's like, based on what? Give me a reason why, like a strong reason why.
Well, I still don't see anything that gives me enough of like confidence to want to put any money into it yet. I was already stopped out at a higher price. I took profit anyways. But like looking at it, like it was looking nice at 99.50, but once we discussed that it could possibly go all the way down to like 85, I was just like, well, let's just wait, be patient.
Yeah, bullish 5 would be
I would love to see that play out. I mean, that would just give more credibility to this stream. That'd be incredible.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm
we
learning so much.
just got above some moving averages, like on the 4 hour. That's kind of about it. But I could see us bouncing off that up to maybe 10.6, maybe hopefully 11, and then and then then making that drop down to the bullish 5.0, 8 to 9.
And then it would show some bearish divergence if it got up a little bit higher and then had weakening levels of positive momentum with a higher price. And then it would just be, cake for us if we were waiting with our hands open to get the better price. So like if it had ended up passing past this bearish cipher, when would we want to enter it after it passed it? Like we're looking at this. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a cipher. I'm still learning the harmonics. My apologies. But once we look at the harmonic, Bearish Shark, thank you. But once it passed a certain level, when would we want to be looking at it again? Because I want to buy low. I don't want to buy high. But if it would be, it would be
50% retrace
if we missed any opportunity.
50% retrace if you want to trade this. If you want to trade a bullish 5.0, it's 82.65 to probably 8,500. That's like your zone of entry.
Okay. So we do like multiple buy orders. So like starting from 10% all the way down until the lowest point of that trade zone, and then just get the best price
like a dollar cost average to lower the average down into it. Is that how you're thinking of it?
Well, I mean, imagine if it goes there and it bounces. At least you have some. But if it goes down further, you'd get more.
Yeah. Yes, having a stop loss is interesting. I think, man, I don't know if you want to mess with this asset below the PCZ, because look, man, like that lines up like to Jesus with.
Wow.
Yeah, below that,
it sure does.
I mean, your next target's like 7,400 after 8,200. So this is it. It's like this, and below that, 8,200, you don't really want anything to do with it, at least for a trade. Right, because it could go $1,000 down, like boom. So that's what you'd be looking for.
Probably prudent to just be patient. Wait for the opportunity. Don't just dollar cost average, unless you're thinking of like your investment account you're trying to accumulate. But
Yeah.
in terms of trading, probably just be patient and wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
It seems
There's
like
a lot of
that's
other opportunities.
it seems like that's a really big way that people get
Wrecked.
down on their account is dollar cost averaging on the way down, because you just never know how far it's going to drop. So I mean, I don't know, maybe Mitch, you could speak on like
It's a different perspective.
when a dollar cost averaging is good and when to maybe avoid it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good news is we haven't created. There's not much of a bubble, I think, right now, like there was in 2017, and DCA at levels that make sense. Like we're looking at here, critical thinking. I mean, the good news is like look in February 2017, like 1150, and look at December 2018, 3200, and then look at this year, you know, like 3800, 3850. So it's just like higher lows, consecutive higher lows, sell wall up here. I mean, dollar cost averaging down like between 80 and 100. I really think until you make a lower low on the weekly than 5500, I mean, you're still going to be making the most major higher lows, right? So yeah, it's a good question for something like this, so speculative like Bitcoin, which its whole history has just been bullish, right? So man, to say it's not going to keep going up, you're literally trying to say that you're bucking the overall lifetime like trend. Is, man, are you a genius, man? How do you know that the trend is over now, right? For Bitcoin. So I don't know. I feel like what just happened was so good. Like this pattern was created, and it's just setting up for. Look, you see this on the weekly. I don't know how it would be much different than looking on the 4 hour and then going to Tron. And look, dude, I just don't know how it's any different, because it's like you're in an uptrend, just declared by the higher lows that I just showed you, right? The pattern develops, right? This was 113% shark. The other one was an 886 shark, and sells off. And look, I mean, 50% retrace from the low to the high, right? 50%, 3 times, and then it was gone, right? So I don't know, man. That would be the time if you're talking about like a long-term uptrend on Bitcoin. That's probably your best area to enter. So I don't know, this best area to DCA if you're talking about dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. Which, if you think about it, like the history of Bitcoin, if you've dollar cost averaged into Bitcoin, like what is it, like 96, 98% of the time, like you would have made money. Like the only time you wouldn't have maybe would have been like all-time highs.
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000, and then maybe the
14,000.
Yep, those 2 times, which is very brief times in Bitcoin's history, where you're dollar cost averaging, right? I mean, you'd be up so much. So it's an uptrend until it's not. So you just ride the wave, and on the weekly, it's
or
an
you remember
uptrend.
that time when I dollar cost averaged into Bitcoin at $100 into BTCE exchange, and also into the Mt. Gox exchange.
Ouch.
And then they took my Bitcoin.
Ouch.
So that would be another time
Oof.
to not have it work out for you. But supposedly, if there's any Mt. Goxers in here, we're supposed to get paid back. It's just taking a very long time.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy.
That was,
I remember
that
when
was
that
tough.
news came out. Good Lord.
I mean, I don't want to
feel
freak
bad.
people out, but it's like, take what you can, especially in uncertain times like this. Take some off the table and, put it somewhere else. It sounds like you're doing some of that. You've had some gains, right, Mitch? And you're investing it in maybe other areas?
Yeah, can you say that again? Sorry, I was...
Just like you've taken some of your gains and you've invested them in other areas. I think you were mentioning that the other day, right?
Yeah, for sure. And now I'm at a point where I think I'm too liquid, so I'm thinking about maybe completely paying off my house. So
Nice.
Do
it's
it.
done. It's like I'm thinking about it like prestiging in Call of Duty, right? It's like, all right, you now have a.
That's a hell of a prestige. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie.
So it's like you're starting over, but it's just like that money is illiquid now. So
Yeah.
I'm just getting to a point where, I mean, like, what am I just gonna keep adding to the stock portfolio and all these uncertain times and stuff? I don't know. I just feel like
sometimes you want to be in equity though, like with
absolutely. But I'm saying
valuable.
I'm comfortable with my equity position. I think I'm just far too liquid. So
yeah. So Mitch, would this be the first house you've paid off?
Yes.
Congrats.
Dude, that feeling is amazing.
Yeah, it'll be great. But see, the thing is, like, what I would do is do that, and I might, like, spend a little time just accumulating a little bit more wealth, and then moving, and then renting this out, and then living somewhere, just do whatever.
There you go.
So
I was thinking they could just sell it.
And rental, no way, not sell it, no way.
No, man.
You gonna move to Vegas?
I can move wherever I want, but it doesn't matter. I could get a condo and rent for a little bit, or I could just go ahead and immediately buy somewhere. But yeah, that's just something I'm gonna do.
You could come out here to Hawaii, and I bought 2 3-acre lots for $22,500 each. So and built my house, and it's 6 acres. I mean, it's a ridiculously large amount of land. Like 1 acre is enough. If I did it over again, I'd probably just do 1 acre. But and then nothing is to code out here. So many. I mean, there's plenty.
It's all good with athletic things, dude.
But you don't have to necessarily build to code, because I probably saved $100,000 not building to code, and then
because it's a volcano anyways.
Well, it depends on which lava zone you're on, because
What island are you on, Scudder?
The Big Island.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm more of a Maui dude.
Nice. It's pretty pricey over there. Hard to get in.
You on the Hilo side, Skyward?
Yeah.
Dude, that Hilo side is dope. There's so much good everything over there.
Best diving and fishing. There's so much amazing fish in the water, and it's a beautiful place. Plenty of rain though, so if you don't like rain, pick a dry side.
Yeah, the coolest thing I remember about Hawaii was being a gigantic fat dude and jumping off of where they had that old fort on the Big Island, and just jumping 40 foot down into the ocean.
Yeah, going to Bali, Thailand, Ecuador, all over the world. I miss the deep, cold, clear waters in Hawaii. Here is nothing like it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was jumping 40 feet down into that water changed my perspective on a lot of things. It also ripped my swim trunks all the way up the seam because they caught the air.
Oh my goodness.
And so I'm trying to walk back up, and my wife pulls me aside. She goes, "Hey, can you just put this towel around you?" And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, I don't know how to say this, but why don't you just put this towel around you, and we'll go home." I was like, I don't deserve you. You're too awesome.
That is awesome, man.
Mitch needs to show the pop star video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. I can't even believe it. It's crazy.
Anybody want to link that in general so we can see it?
Someone added a new one. Real Tej did the Batman one. Did y'all see that meme of the month? Here, I'm gonna post it. Look, here it is. I don't think there's audio.
Well, link.
Someone say bat. So weird, man. Oh, it's just like the how it works, the technology.
Oh, the deepfakes, yeah. AI.
Did someone see bat?
Damn, it looks just like you, man.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Let's see, let me pause that. Yeah, it's like
Plane to the fucking helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
it's So awesome, dude. Oops.
We still need to get the Jurassic Park deep fake of you.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Oh my god.
Is that the one where like he gets out of the
He
Jeep
takes
and
his
brings
sunglasses
the
off.
oh yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
I want to do a deep
Oh my
fake
God.
of Lynch on Samuel L. Jackson's body, where he says, "Hold on to your butts." Hold on to your butts.
Nice.
Oh, deep
And then a
fake.
chart background just dipping in like extended time.
It doesn't come out right because the sunglasses.
We need to put the accordion as like that big brontosaurus or whatever, so when he sees it and he's just like, this is like nothing I've ever seen before.
It would be
Or you
fun.
could do it with what's his name? Oh, he played the crazy scientist, the chaos theory dude. Malcolm. I forget his name. Anyways, you could do it where it's like nature finds a way.
Yeah, the chaos theory, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the Lost World too. What was his name? Good lord.
The second one. Jeff Goldblum.
There
Jeff
you go.
Goldblum.
Thank you.
Good lord.
Yeah, I know that was eluding me too.
I'm pretty liquid too, and I was wanting to get into something today, and I guess it's good that y'all kept me from FOMOing into things. But I mean, not having an edge and all that. It's just like I put more money into my business for superfoods, so it goes into the warehouse, and then I've got an asset there, and then I make like small margins on that. So it's slow and steady, but something like Airy Pharmaceuticals, I don't know. I looked them up, and it's like rated D. And does anyone know anything about those guys? I mean, the chart, all I can see on my chart on the weekly, it just kind of pumps up and then dumps down, and it's like at the lowest level of possible.
It's
anything.
true. But I mean, like the variables
just
were
a technical
there.
play?
Yeah, literally only
It's a
technical.
on
Certainly.
a large time scale.
Yeah,
Is
on
it
multiple time
any
scales.
fundamental, like anything that we know about Airy Pharmaceuticals?
No, I don't think so. It was Rick Schmidt's trade setup, or like he posted it, and it's like, dang, dude, this is definitely the model. It's a specimen, right? Like a bonsai that's got heavy root flare, and it looks beautiful. It's called a specimen. It's the same thing with just the ARI chart on all time scales. This is what we look for. We covet this everywhere. We could see Bitcoin on that. Oh my God, dude! Really? Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Light the torches at
But
Gondor.
does something achieve, triple bullish divergence anyway if it just bottoms out?
Well, I mean,
It's
like
just pure technicals.
yeah, it's just technical. Look, I mean, like Regeneron
It's one
on
of
the
those
monthly.
lost charts. We're rating the lost charts. This is one of those lost charts.
Yeah, dude, look at the
I'm just
the monthly on. Wow, dude, look at Regeneron. Absolutely obliterated. But this is the monthly, so triple MACD bullish divergence, and then Class C bullish divergence in the end. That combination right there. Look what happened. And of course, it's like COVID and all that, but. Man, this is almost like a shark, isn't it? Like a huge bear shark pattern? Oh my God, on the monthly? No way.
Yeah.
Good at this low.
you're talking about Regeneron.
Wow, dude, you gotta be kidding me. Something like that. 113% retrace. It's pretty effing close, man, right?
Yeah.
Gosh. No divergence, of course, the monthly, though, so.
Looks good though.
Yeah, very, very interesting. A little late, but yeah, that's a nasty candle on the monthly. Disgusting.
Yeah, they're gonna feel that for a while.
There's a support right here. It's just back testing, or it's about to back test that wick high from June of 2017. Incoming 543. But look, I mean, never hit that target. 730, 100% measured move. But yeah, much different chart than Airy. I agree. I mean, I would say, but I'm just saying like what significant time scale divergence can do, especially when the less significant time scales line up. Like this showed up, and then on the 4 hour, remember this like yesterday?
Yeah, we're also looking to trade them too, not necessarily hold them as investment.
Or is it daily? The daily, sorry. Yeah, I mean,
we could look at Hertz, like, you know, there's no reason for Hertz to pump, but
yeah, and Nikola.
Well, that was like speculative crap. I mean, that wasn't technicals or anything. You know, this is all technical stuff. So if it fails, it fails. You know. But I mean, this is like, look at the move up, and this is so reasonable. It's not a big deal. So there's like no edge on Regeneron, you know. Besides, it's about to hit a support, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. Like, pharmaceuticals might not be performing as well now because it's like, okay, COVID's kind of, it's insanity is kind of waning, right? Like what it's done to traders and market participants' emotions. I don't know. It's not.
Yeah, and the same kind of goes for airlines too. It seems like not too many people are going to be flying these days. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Nikola didn't even have a product. It still respected the TA. So it's just
true. Virgin Galactic kind of did.
Don't really.
It didn't have a product.
Don't really matter sometimes.
Well, we look at crypto, right?
Maybe it does in the long term, but yeah, it's like sometimes it's just about the speculation, but mostly it's like just the technicals. Just, I mean, yeah,
Virgin, everyone's holding their breath for the test launch they're having in October, I believe.
Yeah.
And their CEO's going in space in January.
If that launch is successful, yeah, they're going to launch Richard Branson.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're right with crypto. It's just like cool sounding Beanie Baby names sometimes does it. So
yeah, speculation, network effect, technicals. Those are like the trifecta.
Well, the one thing that I thought was interesting is from a DeFi perspective, if they could collateralize on a Oracle platform or a blockchain plus Oracle platform, like a portion of the debt market, that would be amazeballs. And when you think of settlements from trading and everything and how there's a fee for the pass through for the clearinghouses, if you could take that settlement down from 3 days to a single hour, dude, people would go nuts for that.
On DeFi?
On just regular stocks and regular collateralized markets, right? So if you were able to incorporate the ability to have automated settlements through some type of Oracle network or whatever, it doesn't matter, name your favorite coin, right? If you were able to do that, you could effectively take the clearinghouses, which usually clear anywhere between 1 and 4%. You could take them out of the loop. And then all of that settlement becomes automated on a ledger,
right?
And blockchain.
And that's what blockchain does. Yeah. It takes the middleman out.
Yeah, man. And then all that institutional money is just gonna flow right into crypto. It's gonna be amazing. But no, I mean, for real, like there's been. I know we've been saying that for a long time, but what is it? Fidelity. Fidelity is like They've got, what did they do with their blockchain coin? They're offering $100,000 to their investors or something.
I think they're already pretty deep. I mean, every time equity fell off, it's just Bitcoin follows.
Yeah, they're deep in it. But I don't think like institutional money will follow and pour in because for a big portion of the cash and the resources, it'll still be traditional markets. But even in traditional markets, if you can trim, 3, 4, 1, or even 2% in cost and add speed, it's just going to make the ability for those markets to move much faster. And that's what everybody wants nowadays, right? So, I'm not saying, that happens and then all this money is going to flow into crypto. I'm saying if you can use blockchain and oracles to do that, it'll allow the markets to move much, much faster. And, you'll still have all the resources in the traditional markets. It's just they'll be settled a different way.
Hey Mitch, on that Ethereum chart that you got up right now, on that ascending, broadening formation, is there a measured move technically that would be playing out to the downside?
So the thing with the ascending running wedges, like the way Bulkowski does it, is this is a terrible one. He says the 100% measured move is the beginning of the structure, which is like once it broke out, it's like hitting the measured move, which is 362. So it's not a good one for that. But I mean, just looking from a previous discernible swing low here to a high, that's the 618. It hit a 61.8% retrace, and it recovered. But just because it is a 618, it doesn't mean that it's gonna moon now. It's a reversal point. It did reverse, certainly. Look at it, but now it's on the bulls. Are there going to be enough bids? I mean, all it did was back test the structure as resistance, so we sell off again, maybe. I mean, but it's just like we talked about earlier before the stream. Like the way that the MACD is so like played out, mainly on Bitcoin, but also on Ethereum too. It's like it could keep climbing. I don't know. Let's look at the 4 hour though, because that's like, look, I mean, that's a bear flag, dude. It looks like one to me, and it could turn out to not be one, but without real strong indicators, it still kind of looks like a bear flag, right? I mean,
it does.
What's that fib line that it hasn't hit yet?
On the way up, or are we talking the daily or
on the way up? It broke through, back up through the 618, or it's hard to tell.
It bounced off the 618, you're saying, and on which time scale? Which one are you talking about?
The daily.
The
yeah.
From the high to low, it's 38% retrace. Yep. And at the same time as the 382
is bullishly engulfing right now on the 4 hour.
Oh, is it? Did I do that? Did y'all hear me right there?
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we did that.
God.
That's pretty bad, dude. Not gonna lie.
Sorry, just clear my throat. Look, when I'll mute my mic if I have to clear my throat, and that's like the first time it's ever.
That's right.
So I push. Look, when I'm in Discord, I have to push an effing button on the microphone manually because y'all will hear me. I could do it here. So it's just like, I do this once a week. So I'm just like, oops.
It's okay, man.
God.
It's okay.
This is going on your permanent record.
We still love Mitch Ray TA, man.
Yeah.
We're grading you.
This is what you
but
get.
CRX looks really good. It
streamer.
jumped all the way down to that ascending triangle, and it's rallying hard now.
Oh yeah, ZRX.
Good God, he
Did
has
we already have a
7%.
62% retrace on BTC?
From the 92, from the 8800 probably would be the fib point. Probably,
okay.
It looks like it. Yeah, see, this is like what could happen, to other, assets,
From
like
88 to 12,
where they aren't really showing much, but the Bitcoin just ends up doing this, just rallies instead of dumps, Probably because it's just overdone. Look at this selling, man. I mean, think about it. Xerox is at 95 cents. And after it was at 95 cents, it goes to 40 cents. I mean, yeah, a big bounce. Really? Eventually? Where? Where at? Crazy areas of support. That's where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's at crazy areas of support. It could do this, but it doesn't mean that it's going to make a higher high than the previous highs before it. So it's going to rally. Yeah, Bitcoin could do that.
It'll probably hit that moving average. Or like reverse.
We just don't have any data. We don't have enough data.
Hold out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Moving average for a little while at least.
I've been clinging to something Mitch wrote, or actually said on stream. I heard it the first time a couple days ago, where he's like, "The patient man always has opportunity, no matter what the market does." And I was like, "Cool, I'm in."
Yeah,
or
actually a good point.
version of that.
Yeah, I've been very patient on the queues.
Discipline and
for a
structure, and like having a method to this whole thing.
There
is
was
very appealing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the queues, there was an opportunity, and it was when it was showing triple MACD, triple RSI, bullish divergence on the daily, and it went insane. It went bonkers, and then when it ran up to the top of the upsloping channel. And it's like, oh my God, all right, I'm done, with that trade. I'm done. I'm out. Like, because that was the target. I mean, that's like, what else is the target? We're in outer space, kind of. And then it goes up, it breaks out, and has a hanging man outside the channel. It was like 2-3 days I was kicking myself, and then just boom, the rug pull. And it's like, whew, good God, would have lost like all those gains. You know,
that worked out. I was telling my coworker he bought the Qs too, and I was like, this guy just took profit like right when he bought, dude. we're at the top of this channel. I don't know if it's a good idea.
So he was like,
the next day it went up.
Yep.
Sorry,
he's like, oh.
Yeah, he was crazy. Like, he was doing the whole Portnoy thing. He was like, for the next few days, it was going up like a 0.5%, 1%. And he's like, dude, stocks only go up. Stocks only go up. I'm like, all right. Don't get cocky.
We'll see, dude.
The next week, it started going down on him, and he's like quiet all the time.
I wasn't just like going down. That was the rug pull.
Oh.
Get wrecked. I'm so sick of Portnoy and his tweets. Good God.
Tesla was down 20%, and
he's a fantastic
my
counter
coworker
indicator.
was just like wrecked on it.
Yeah, he's been wonderful. Like, everything he's done is inverse. Like, everything. Like, I don't think he's done anything. Like, he's not publicly announced anything that I've heard about, that this community's heard about, that's done well. So
the best part about it was like, he's like, oh, I'm all in on Bitcoin. I'm all in on Link. And it
every
drops.
time.
He's like, I'm out. And then it just rockets up. And everybody was jabbing him on Twitter. Everybody was like, got wrecked, son.
Yeah, because that's just not the trade. That's not a real trader. That's a joke. That's literally a laughing stock. I mean, the first off, him thinking he knows, like,
it's just opening up.
Terrible mentality. Yep.
Well, he's trying to rally the people. Like, he's saying, okay, I'm buying this, and he's just trying to get this like speculative like pump. But he doesn't have any discipline on when to sell.
He's trying to use his influence for bad, and he doesn't. I don't think he understands.
Exactly.
He probably doesn't even have the amount of people, the amount of money. Like, there's more money out there that would destroy him and his followers than the other way around. Right? Yeah,
without a doubt.
But he's got significant wealth from Barstool Bets.
Absolutely, he didn't. Yeah, I mean, so
he may be counter trading his
just because he's a lot of money.
Too, if you think about it, because then
other people.
He's got people to fill his bags. I mean, that's what I would look at it as.
Yeah, that's possible too. The whole thing is a farce, and he's doing the opposite, actually.
Creating his own market.
I mean, that's what it looks like he's trying to do, is create his own market. But
you guys have been trading Bitcoin too long. You're trying to outguess yourselves with that. I don't think Portnoy is
random guy doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly has never studied or researched any of this stuff, and just comes in. Okay, dude. Yeah, just because he made all that money in marketing. I mean, dude, people can be in marketing, and doesn't mean they're gonna succeed in other random foreign worlds.
It's not trading.
Yeah, he's not trading.
We think he's insane, or at least I think he's insane.
I don't think he's insane. I just think, like, very misguided, or his preconceived notions about what he thinks this stuff is off. And
agreed. And from an insane perspective, I mean, his entire thought process is backwards from what it should be, because it's focused on only enriching himself.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, if I was an influencer and I had any self-awareness, and I knew people listened to me, I would definitely, and I didn't know what I was doing, I wouldn't be shouting what, people should be doing, like he's kind of doing, I don't know. It's like, I try to be really careful, like, on how I word things, how I say things, because
I think
I
you've
don't
done
want
really
people
well when
to
people
get
request
hurt.
like assets that are up like 150% on the day, and they're requesting it.
Oh yeah.
You remember when Link broke out that first time, and Rich was like, "Guys, for the third time, don't do this. There's no data here." And everybody's like, "Link, Link, 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 Link." And then it happened.
Was that like $19.50 or something?
Yeah, when it spiked all the way to like $20, and he's like, "Guys, there's no data here. I can't give you any advice."
Well, it never really broke 20. I mean, like, it was above 20 for seconds or minutes or a couple hours or whatever. That's it. And then $20, psychological resistance, potential reversal area, just like 15, just like 10, right? They're all That
About as much as you can say.
What's that guy's name who really likes Link? He's just like, he's the David Portnoy for Link. He's like Kevin somebody. Starts with an S.
Kevin Smith? No, I'm
Whoa,
just kidding.
look what Gabo said. Jim Cramer's
No,
finally
he's
buying
another
Bitcoin.
YouTuber. He was doing the same thing. He was just like, oh my god, just going to the moon. It's gonna be
Kevin
$100.
Svensson said
Yes, that's
that.
him. It was
Yeah,
him.
Svensson, that dude, I get where his head's at, but that dude is just way too much emotion, not enough common sense.
Too many Red Bulls.
Do you guys remember that lemonade stock request? I think Tar.
Is that real? Is that actually a thing?
Yeah,
we looked at it,
requested
right?
One time, LMND.
Is it
Lemonade insurance?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Lemonade. What was it? LMND. Yeah, it's still there. Oh yeah, it's terrible, dude. Look at it. No edge
If
on
there
the
is no
4-hour.
insurance company
No
for
edge.
lemonade.
All-time lows.
It's still-
Yeah, it's a lemon, dude, right? So it's round. Yeah, no edge. Correct.
So speaking of Link,
Terrible.
wasn't there some kind of edge on? Wasn't it like a right?
Yeah, it's an inverse head and shoulders, but nothing matters. Yeah, inverse. Yeah, it doesn't matter because why? I bet you money. It doesn't matter. Yep. Look, it didn't. It was like breaking out and just couldn't do it, man. Just can't do it. So get wrecked, dude. Terrible.
Yeah, Bitcoin
Yeah,
didn't
crypto.
do it, so
I mean, like,
it's bad.
how many times do I have to say? Like, it doesn't matter what trade setup you're looking at in crypto. Why even mess with it when you know if Bitcoin's not showing an edge and Bitcoin can do anything? How can these trades play out? Right? That happens. I mean, it's not dead yet, but it certainly failed to break this resistance at 1294 or whatever, and kind of like showed whichever way you want to look at it, almost like hidden bearish divergence, but not quite, and then almost hit classic Class B bearish divergence. It was kind of like both oscillators kind of looked bad right here in the end. Now, last night I pinged people because it was starting to break out right then. It's like, hey, people should be cognizant of what's going on with Link, but as you can see, get destroyed. I mean, no bids.
Yeah.
Too much
Well,
supply.
it could, if you draw a line, it could be an ascending triangle. And if gold breaks out, if Bitcoin breaks out, it could do something.
And look what's happened. Look what's happened. Breaking it to the downside. All right, you broke the big line. See, this is like, look, when a pattern gets this deep into an apex, it's not a pattern anymore. It's like at this point, market participants aren't really looking at it this way. You see what I'm saying?
I see. I'm
When you
looking at it on Kraken, and it's still within the triangle.
Really?
But okay.
Yeah, that's what's tough about these cryptos too.
Just variations on the exchanges.
Yeah. And then Sephiros had that bullish cipher, and he's like, it could still play out, but yeah.
So, Mitch, I was curious about your take on Bitcoin. I was watching the CF, and she was talking about gap fills, and I'm like new to crypto's been where I kind of learned stuff, so I'm not completely familiar with gap fills. So she was talking about how if it just dips into the gap fill, then some people will claim that it's been filled. So I'm just kind of curious where everybody else stands on it.
Yeah, it's just a wick. It doesn't have to close or anything. It just has to go through.
Yeah, window painting, whatever. Yeah, the strongest gap fill is a candle close, but if a wick happens, yeah, you've seen it before. That occurs.
What did Nysen call him? It wasn't like window painting, but it was something else in the book.
What is it? What are we talking about?
From Japanese candlesticks. I think he called it something else, window something. It wasn't painting. Forgot what it was.
For gap fills with wicks?
Yeah.
Let's just check out the internet and see what happens, right?
It can only fill though when the market's open, right?
Yes.
The CME is only open during normal trading hours, like the stock market. So that's how you get the gaps, right? on regular crypto, it's
Well, it's open during
24/7,
futures. It's open to like
Or
futures.
futures, yeah. So like on the weekend.
But
it's
like,
closed.
let's say, yeah. So like, if Bitcoin drops to like 9,600 over the weekend when futures is not open and the market's not open, is
it's not a gap fill.
Candlestick
unless
windows?
It stays there. Unless it stays there when it opens.
Rising window? I don't know. Let's see, window
That's
candlestick, rising window.
So yeah, it could fill during the week or during the weekend and then come back up and open above, and you won't have that wick or anything because during the weekend the actual
Closing the
CME
window.
futures didn't move. It was just the spot price that moved.
That's it. It's closing the window.
Yeah.
But usually, I've not seen that happen where the spot price fills the gap and the CME doesn't. Usually it does.
yeah, that would suck. It would get down there and then we go back up and then we don't fill the gap.
So why has the gap not been filled in futures yet? Because look left. Support resistance from May of 2018. That's why you haven't. You bounced there. But that's just like, you think about the dump. There's going to be lots of limit buys there from bots, whatever. And it props the price up. You reversed, but look after the reversal, nothing's happening. Like, or this, the buying hasn't
The
really
only
come in,
thing
so it could.
Is that histogram and RSI on a daily?
Yeah, a little bit just long and drawn out. Negative movement. You think eventually it would reverse, but that's how you get a continuation of the scrub rally. It gets a 50% retrace from the high to low. 51%, maybe 618. Things are crazy. You make a lower high than the previous high. You reset the oscillators and then you dump again, right? And then you double bottom or something, and then crazy edge could happen. It takes patience. It takes a while.
What was the top of the last BTC run?
Are you talking about like 12,200, or are you talking about 12,645 on futures, or are you talking about spot?
No, that's fine. 200. I just doing some math in the background here, trying to figure something.
Yeah, 12.6, 12.2. Yeah, so now it's like, the 4 hour. This is probably the most prudent thing to do right now. Like, I adjusted, and now this new high, maybe. I've, of course, if it closes, it could just be a back to look. It's like falling back in. So is this even really how Margaret? Like, maybe Bob Ross is painting this right now. It's like it just wasn't done, man. There wasn't enough data. Things can just turn into other things over time. So you got to adjust, and this might be the new way to look at it, right? For now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
More time,
There's just nothing. There's no edge.
I like the larger descending triangle form makes more sense.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know. I think it's gonna backtest and take off up to 10.6.
Okay, then it can break 10,455, no problem then, right? No problem. And then it could break 10,000. Well, then it's gonna test 10,550, and it may not. If it does, yeah, you could see 10,952.
Do you think we just need more fuel? Like, we need to go back down to grab enough fuel to just push through all this stuff? I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I mean,
That's a theory.
so the reversal is kind of started, and you just gotta ask the question: is from the major low to the high, is not even a 38% retrace from the major low to high? Is that enough? It's like a 20, was it like a 30%, 32% retrace good enough? Like for market participants to say that's a sale for me, right? And then you gotta wonder, like, can this 99.50 hold? Which is, it's on the weekly. We know that. So I don't really know.
50% retrace at 8100 match?
Yeah, 8160.
This tip is an
Interesting.
Yeah, the candle closed back in history is around 81, 82.
Thanks, Coiner, man, for the $10 just contribution. Thanks, man. Sorry, you're right, dude. Thank you.
Spin it and drink.
Nah, man, did land on Chug. So I don't know, it's all murky right now. Contradicting variables, kind of the name of the game for Bitcoin. Alright, look at that on the weekly. What a fake out. But at the next level, at the next support, where you think, man, this should be a freaking steel wall, like a steel foundation, super strong. How do you not hold that after breaking it, man? You could, right? You very well could. So,
well, I mean, if you go back down to the next level and go back to when it broke through and was the third all-time highs around, 9,000, 10,000, those other double peaks back there. I mean, it broke through and faked out and went back down. That's what I kept looking at, is like, well, if it faked out there, it could fake out.
I think this is the chart right here, man. This is the one where if you break the support we're at now in time, you're going down to most likely see where we want it to be, right? Like we kind of like, as the swing trader, as the harmonic trader, you want to see lower prices. That's kind of it. I mean, hey, once big ones are showing something on the 4 hour and the daily, okay, cool. But if we're looking at the weekly, look at the way the MACD is, right? Where it's like you haven't seen negative momentum since April 20th, 2020. So that'd be like,
is that a joint?
You probably can't because stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Smoke weed.
Sorry, dude. I do.
Did we just lose him?
No. I played the Elon, the whole thing, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Dead air.
Because it was literally the week of April 20th, 2020. I mean, that's the most 420th thing ever, right? So, anyway, like you would want to see 8265, 8100, that zone right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we got 8100 or 8160, that'd be amazing.
But everyone else, like a lot of people, see, it's so easy for us to say that because studying this long time and understand trend analysis, all the things, prepared, because like I prepared before there was opportunity, because when opportunity presents itself, it's going to be too late to prepare, right? So we're looking at it now, yeah, it looks good to us, but most people out there have no idea, and they're just like going to be panicking probably at that level. I mean, viewer count's going to drop off, probably going to lose half my patrons. It's going to be terrible, right? But like, here we are, man, waiting for this great area of value, the dream. We can get there.
And that's how you get those crazy wicks too that go below support and immediately jump back up. People panic.
Yeah, intra-week price action.
Bullish hammer.
Yep, but I mean, just again, haven't seen all the negative momentum in a while, so you go dip back into the negative for a few weeks, couple weeks while that's all happening, maybe, and then it reverses. You show bullish convergence. Probably not going to show hidden. I highly doubt you show hidden bullish divergence ever. That would be bad. I don't know if you could
on the weekly.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
No.
You'd have to settle for bullish convergence here, and then maybe something good on the 4 hour and daily to help the cause.
I would imagine, like lower, or what would it be? High or low on the negative momentum. How do you say that?
You're talking about hidden bullish divergence.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be convergence. Yeah, I'm saying like on the MACD, it would, like if it goes negative again on the weekly, it wouldn't go lower on the MACD than the low from March.
Yeah, if it doesn't do that, then it's just going to be considered bullish convergence, which is good. I mean, that's
right. That's. I don't see it going lower on the MACD than the one from March.
Well, it could if sellers are really trying to push it down. A lot of buyers come in, you get hidden bullish.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but
my thing is if you break and confirm below that 200-day moving average, if we're truly in a bull market, then that historically we're no longer in a bull market. If you confirm below that,
I agree with that. Yeah,
because chat's frozen on screen.
The MACD might be lower, but I don't even think it'll get that low.
50-yard line on the RSI on the weekly chart for the BLX. Bitcoin's never gone below it in a bull market.
Which one is that? The 20 what?
The 50-yard line on the RSI. If you look at the RSI, then look at all the bull markets that Bitcoin's had since inception. It's never gone below the 50 when we were in a bull market. We're almost at it right now. If it goes below that, could be bad.
On the RSI?
On the RSI, like never below
RSI, 50-yard line on the RSI.
We call it the yard line.
What's the 50-yard line?
You're just saying 50 on the RSI.
I mean,
50
we've
moving
got-
average.
Sorry, 50.
Oh, I get what you're saying, but he
50
means like
moving
in a
average.
like a parabolic bull market never went below 50.
I don't think we're really in. Well, I mean, we got close.
50
We can't find
moving
this
average.
stupid in
We've
chat
gone-
box.
we've got-
But it's not there yet.
So every
Not
time,
until we're over 20k. If you look at the previous bull run, right, when it went over 1200, the previous all-time high, that was when the actual bull run technically started, right? When it started going parabolic. We got to get over 20k before we're really in the bull run. I mean, yeah, we technically broke out, but it's gonna take time.
Dude, OBS is bugged. Never mind. Wow, what a. Oh!
Well, I would argue if you could close above 12k, I mean that's higher highs there. That's a bull market.
I mean, yeah, it's a bull market, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, they could be long, they could be short.
What just happened?
yeah.
What are the moon phases saying?
Yeah, dude. It's gonna do something.
I'm in my moon phase.
Hey, the Stream Elements chat just finally loaded up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do I have to do a bunch of crap every single time, every day. It's the dumb. Streamlabs and Stream Elements have their own stupid problems that they didn't used to have them, but now it's just a everyday thing. I have to work on this crap every day, and if I don't do
The
it,
program may have like a memory leak or something in it.
it's
No,
all
it's gotta
it's
be.
all broken, man. It's like Streamlabs unsyncs from my YouTube API, so I have to like delete. It's in the source of my OBS. I have to delete the URL, copy paste it, or copy it, delete it, close it out, open back up, re-add it, and then hit OK. And sometimes hit refresh catch too. Otherwise, it won't work. It's like the dumbest process ever. I have to do it every single day. You'll notice every stream at the beginning, you'll see it'll be like dead, and then I'll just do that same thing you just saw.
Open the task manager when you're
Yeah.
streaming and watch it live. I mean, you'll have it on. You got a bunch of monitors. Put it on one monitor. Watch it, and if you
What does
see
your resource monitor look like?
something going high on memory, you'll know what it is, and you'll see.
This
it
isn't a
climbing
memory
slowly
thing.
and
This
get
is
up
an
there.
API thing. Yeah. I mean, like, I'd have to turn on that Snap camera, that Snap app, and I can't do that right now. Otherwise, I have to close that OBS meeting and I have to go offline and come back. It's just not worth it right now. I don't know, man. It's just
But Mitch, if it's
stressful.
if it's hammering your hard drive, like we were talking about earlier, then just let me know. I got some time.
yeah. I need you to talk to
Am I
my
the
IT
only
guy
one
and
that
tell him what to
pronounces
do.
it cash, not catch?
It's a catch, right? Is it a cash?
Cash.
It's a cash.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cash.
Catch.
wanna
Okay.
catch-
I keep calling it
you
a
wanna
catch.
catch
I've always
the
called it a
ball?
catch. I don't know.
That could be the
I know.
same thing because it is
You've
catching.
always called it. You've always.
I
called
thought it was
catch,
something
and every
different than
time I'm
cash.
like, wait a
I think
minute.
it was really a catch.
Ketchup. Get some ketchup.
The cash. You gotta dump the memory. You gotta dump the cash. I've always known it as cash.
Well, yeah. I used to call it cache when I was 20 years ago, working in the IT field.
I admit I did the same thing.
Have you tried
Cache.
restarting your computer?
There's no. There's no.
Have you tried
accent
clearing your
over the
cache?
E, though. Yeah.
You gotta
clear the
work
cache,
hard
yeah.
for that cache.
Cache Connect.
I know someone
Cache.
said hard drive, but you're not doing all of this off an actual hard drive. You're doing this off an SSD, right?
No, he's on an NVMe SSD M2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Someone
has
said
a
hard
very-
drive, and you can only be as fast as the hard drive, which is slow as crap against an SSD.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
he has
I
a great
don't know.
setup. It's not the setup.
I think it's software.
It's
my
probably the
problem.
software. It's probably.
I mean, the only thing that I use for is like data backup. Everything else is just off an SSD.
It's still a hard drive,
Yeah.
isn't it? How can it not be?
But again,
But-
remember, he's got probably an M2, an M.2 2280, and we were talking about the differences in construction of those devices between
Yeah, you
like
could-
that
you
and
could
an
get
M
crazier.
card earlier.
That was interesting. Could you pull up the resource manager, Mitch?
No, he can't do that because he has to turn on the
Oh,
snap
it doesn't
cam.
let you. Got it.
Well, if we wanted to see the problems, yeah, like why I can't use it, I'd have to do all that. But like,
If we want to
if
see
I do
the
it now, there's no
sausage being
problem.
made,
Wait, what?
if we want to see the sausage being made,
Yeah, dude.
You can always pull up
Yeah.
event viewer and see if you're ever getting like random errors that are actually not popping up.
You could do that after the fact, yeah.
yeah, I'm going through Streamlabs GitHub right now.
Well, Stream
Maybe there's
Elements,
some-
the
maybe
issue.
there's some articles on it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's the Streamlabs chat box issue with having to refresh or have to do that stupid. This is the only way it works. Like, I do it so many times, man. I trial and error on everything, and that's the only way it works. And then Stream Elements is like, can't use the Snap app because I have too many. Because when Stream Elements triggers when someone subs to me, it lags the camera, the app. I don't know. It's so weird.
Do any of you guys know if the Netflix hit today was like TA or like based off of just TA, or was it just news base?
What is this? The dump?
Netflix?
Yep.
Is there any technicals that back up the dump?
Well, I mean,
I was trying to find out from the
stimulus
technical
failed.
So it was all like external factors.
Well, the tech
Look how
sector
gorgeous.
kind of.
So amazing. It's like, how could I even be mad about Netflix dumping, right? And it's like, it was beautiful, dude. Like, remember this? Anyone? I know you have to all remember this, otherwise you're just not paying attention to charts only when I ping at everyone, right?
God, look at that.
Oh my god.
Would you look at that?
Y'all remember? Here, let's just bring it up.
This
Dude,
is why
even
we
had
have
the-
multiple take profit points.
Even
Yeah,
formed,
hit two, not three. Yeah, exactly.
even formed that bearish divergence and everything, so you knew like exit.
Yeah, it did have bearish divergence, yeah. In the end. Remember, it was just like, it was like this, right? Where it was like remember we identified the rising three methods, bullish continuation after the breakout? It's like, okay, 1 and 2, and then 3 if you're lucky, right? If it really keeps going, my God, money printer never breaks or stops, which it did. But yeah, it's just like, boom. Those are like your common take profits, man. 50%, 618.
Wow. When did you post that? That was middle of August? Wow.
That was August 20th, actually. So,
Dude, what a trade.
yeah, it took patience
They're
too.
getting
1, 2,
hammered
3,
in the
4,
media
5,
right
6, 6, 7 days before it actually had that impulse up. It was like 1 day of the Jesus.
Yeah.
But it's
what's
like
the problem with Netflix though?
I don't know. It's down 4%. They're really not that crazy. Most things are down like that today. Like, so I don't see how that's anything about.
Do you think it has to
Netflix.
do with like the public perception of the cutie stuff?
Exactly.
Besides
Yeah,
the, of
probably.
course, pedophilia.
That's really weird, dude. Like, what are they
that's
thinking? Are they
is that?
stupid, dude?
Hidden bullish divergence
What, on
What's the
Netflix?
cutie stuff?
on Netflix?
I don't know, man. It's at its highest point in negative Momo. Maybe we start
I mean, yeah,
reversing.
it's not waning yet, but yeah. But it's like
Hey, but,
before it could.
I think Kron is starting to show bullish divergence.
Hey, Truth
I
Hunter,
posted something about Netflix in general.
Truth Hunter, you misspelled Twitch. Okay? You misspelled Twitch. Thank you very much.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
What the heck is this cuties show people are talking about?
Yeah. What is it?
Probably
It's,
most.
Like
It's,
little girls twerking.
advocating
Base-
for
yeah, Toya,
California policies and
Real Toya. Yeah, they've taken over
they're
all of
basically
media.
saying children have consent. They have consent. They have capacity to like. Okay, all right. What are you doing, Netflix?
Y'all know what they're doing in California,
It's
right?
weird.
Like what
They're
law they're
rolling
trying
out
to.
the
they're trying to pass.
CCP agenda.
Yeah,
Hashtag
they're trying to revert
painful.
civil rights. Like literally, they're trying to get rid of the what is it, Article 209 or something?
Yeah, it's Prop 209.
Prop
yeah.
209.
And
What does that do again? Sorry, I jumped in those
Let's
conversations.
get rid of the civil rights of California.
Yep. So people can be discriminated against. Who's going to be discriminated against, really?
Well, movie
It's actually
focuses
happening.
Someone will find a way
What
to be
the heck?
discriminated against.
Movie focuses on 11-year-old girls forming a twerking dance group.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What
really
the-
disturbing.
Pedo. It's crazy as heck.
Thank you, Fred, once again, for your contribution to the arts.
Yeah, but that's what happens when that sort of stuff starts going mainstream. I mean,
Yeah, California's fallen a long time ago, but now Hawaii, our governor, has approved this mandate to make it all parks and beaches were closed, and then everyone freaked out and they opened it back up, but only to one person. Like in Honolulu, you can go to a park by yourself. You got to leave the kids behind. It's like straight up trying to separate the nuclear family.
That's ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
You can't
yeah,
bring
but
your
do
family?
they actually enforce it though?
There's been 1,400 citations, tickets written.
What?
I mean, they are.
That's
They are.
insane.
It's not on our island, really, but then again, in some places that they are. We went to the beach this last weekend, and no one was wearing masks. It was all good. We went in the ocean. You can't sit on the beach, but it's like I'm sitting there. I just got out of the ocean from a dive, and I'm like sitting there thinking in my mind, okay, I'm recovering from this dive I just had, free diving and swimming. And so I'm putting my gear together. So I'm like justifying in my mind that it's okay for me to sit on the beach there. Then I went up on the wall and I'm justifying in my mind that I'm waiting for my wife and daughter to come in from riding waves. And I'm thinking, why the hell am I having to justify being on the beach?
Yeah, you shouldn't, because it's not even like that in California yet. It's not
It
at all.
is,
Hold the phone. You can't sit down on the beach?
Yep, you can go in the water. It's just
what?
It's more of the BS. Like COVID exists above 6 feet, but when you sit at a restaurant, you can take your mask off because it magically doesn't appear there. It's just
COVID
more
stops coming out after
control.
10 o'clock when food comes out scared.
We had that in California. They said, yeah, you could go hit the water, but you weren't allowed to touch dry sand.
Yeah, that was short-lived
go.
though. That was LA County only, and like San Fran.
Yeah, it's just getting worse.
That's why it's nice in Orange County. It's like a little utopia out of California.
Do you guys like Tulsi Gabbard out in Hawaii?
Well,
I don't like her because it's cool. She's into Krishna. That's fine. The Krishnas live down the road from us. We get amazing raw milk from them, and they have their spiritual community, and that's fine. But and so I thought she was cool because maybe she was into Krishna and all that, and Krishnas they're just peaceful people. But no way. Oh my God, she is terrible.
She's a 10 in my book.
I was on the Tulsi Gabbard town hall meeting.
That's what I
recently,
really wanted to know.
And she is talking about how. So someone asked a question, because she's saying the hospitals are overrun, everyone's getting sick. We need to enforce, contact tracing and just all this BS. And someone says, a caller calls in. They never let me in, but someone calls in and says, well, there's been, it's really terrible that there's all the hospitals, everyone's dying, playing into it. And he says, but how can we present this information in a way that doesn't bring fear out to all the people? And she goes, oh gosh, thank you for asking the tough question, and goes on to give some BS remark. But no, the tough questions is, what about hydroxychloroquine that's been working for 6,000 doctors talking about it worldwide? What about the Association of Doctors talking about masks that absolutely do not work against the virus? Those are real tough questions, not how do we spread your message of why we should live in fear and be quarantined and all the people dying. Oh, and people were saying, how can I be a contact tracer? Sign me up to be a contact tracer. And I'm thinking these calls are just planted. Like, I want to call
only let in
talk
the
about
certain
real things, and they don't let me.
What do you think Twitter is? A bunch of bots, man. Like, that's how they do it. Try to show legitimacy with, I don't know, like United Front, where people are, tricked into believing, oh, that's the consensus, right? But it's actually not at all.
Yeah. Twitter is
when it comes to Tulsi, I'm a total simp.
She's hot.
It's not about compliance.
I think like 10% of users control like 90% of like tweets or something. So I don't really know if
It's a
I think it's
of leftist ideology, Twitter.
I think it's the standard Pareto principle. 80% of the tweets are made by 20% of the users.
Well,
roughly.
I think 20% of the tweets are actually humans and the rest are bots.
Hey, you want to see
China?
You want to see some interesting
principles within Twitter principles?
That's all I know.
So look at the real quick, and we can get back on this. But look at the freaking U.S. dollar histogram, and then we look at Bitcoin, right, on the daily. It's the absolute inverse, right? I mean, extremely opposite. So you see this, and then we do this, right? And it's like, whoa, it's the same thing, but not, right?
So it looks like it's gonna dump.
I mean, like this right here makes you think that eventually it's gonna go back in, the red side. Eventually, it is gonna wane. Yeah, and so that'd be good for Bitcoin and gold and silver and equities and everything else, probably, right?
Or the dollar could do the partial decline, dump while we rally with gold and Bitcoin, and then do the partial decline and then take off and bust through there while we have our Bitcoin dump.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like, there's a chance, like, we may never get down to 81, 8200. It'd be great, but it may be just too bullish, right? I mean,
composite.
Yeah.
You can't forget.
Alright, dude, this right now, without an edge to trade it, I don't know, man. I mean,
accumulated his position for how long? I don't think
10 weeks. But like, yeah,
he's not gonna let it.
Isn't his position getting diluted?
Traders.
All the
whoa,
the Wi-Fi's and the other assets.
No idea. Like, yeah. What's up, Honey Badger?
Dude, my energy is partially declining.
What?
Yo, fuck Tezos.
Yeah, dude.
Shit.
Tezos is trash, dude.
Pissing me off.
Straight up.
Tezos sucks, man. It's like,
dude, man. But you're getting that
biggest joke.
Or whatever.
But isn't
those passive Tezos though, man?
I think it's because, right? Didn't they have to like, it's bad enough that you are a crypto as an asset, right? But then when you have to pay out millions of dollars to people, right? That's when, like, whoa, dude, that's real bad. Like, that's Tezos. They just had to pay out like millions of dollars to somebody for something, doing something stupid, of course, right?
Naturally.
Get that money, man.
So look, we can look at it real quick. Tezos Connect,
Which
right?
I could get paid to do stupid stuff.
I mean, this is how you can maybe look at it, right?
Get paid just by
awful.
holding Tezos.
Freaking awful. This looks ready to dump again, man, doesn't it? I mean, it may not, because if Bitcoin goes to the upside, flip a coin, all right? And the thing is, yeah, it's at, like, areas where you think it'd be a great idea to take along, but maybe just wait till 226 and let's see what goes on, because maybe at 226 there might be divergence again, but again, it's Tezos, man.
Trash.
You know what looks worse than Tezos?
Remember Tezos trade setup, and then like we tried to make sense of it afterwards, and
it looks great. I thought it looked like a great long as well, and then de facto, guess not.
But dude, look what happens if it falls below 226. It's over, dude. You're screwed.
Short the fuck out of that.
185. Yeah, and just go to zero, please. Just quit.
Dead ass.
Go to zero.
You'll never be a link, Tezos, no matter how bad you want it.
Yeah, you wish. It wishes,
Oil
dude. Let's see if we
goes
can
-35.
make this better here.
Badger cracking me up.
Nah, that's not
You'll
gonna
never
work.
be a link.
I mean, it had all the makings, and then when you showed up to the date, the Tinder picture looks nothing like the chick.
Oh yeah, super catfish. Yeah, dude.
Yo, are you the
There it
Walton
is.
coin guy?
I played the Walton trick.
I like this downtrend.
It went pretty
Someone-
Jesus.
Oh my God, the Walton coin guy.
You were like, I'm all in on Walton coin. Let's go.
Bro, it hit the target and we were out in there like swimwear, baby.
Oh, really? Dang. In
Fuck
there.
yeah.
That's dope.
And then it tanked like a fucking asshole, because that's what crypto does, because it fucking hates people.
Dude, it's just a momentum-driven asset class, and it's very difficult to know when like that correction's gonna start, right? Because I mean, this was like, yeah, look, dude, it really did do nothing for a while, right? It really like it did what Bitcoin did, right? From late April to freaking July, it's just nothing, just fixed price, and then was just like fortunate enough to where, I don't know, I saw it and I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? Partial decline stuff on a major structure. Remember, okay. Lucked out and hit the 100% measure move of that structure, right? Like the Jesus, and never saw it again. Or maybe saw it, look, it saw it twice actually, right? Double topped and then it was over. So, you know, and it can correct some, and then it looks like it's set. Look at this divergence here. Like really nice 4-hour divergence. It rallied but made a lower high and dumped again. It's just like over and over and over. Like holds on to support for a second, right? It was like, yeah, bullish divergence at a critical support. I don't know, rallies, lower high dumps. So until it breaks the down sloping structure, until it actually breaks back above 335, man, this is kind of screwed, right? I mean,
Definitely screwed, agreed.
Mitch, could you take a look at Kron once again?
oh god, it's probably 0, right?
Putting on my helmet right now.
No, it's not a 0 yet. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Actually, holy crap, Kron, man. Now showing an edge on your 4-hour chart.
Is it there?
100x long, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Liquidation, homeless. All right, dude. That's the liquidation price.
Oh yeah, we went positive on the MACD.
Yeah, and it's showing some divergence on the daily RSI.
What? On the 4-hour right here, the RSI, the MACD, kind of. It's like, where's the low? Is this the low? You know, I guess, yeah, from this histogram on, the next one, certain divergence. But yeah, let's look at the daily.
Right?
Nothing on the daily, unfortunately, really. Nope. Nothing, right? You gotta get like one more. And the RSI, same thing. It's like, daily's not that great. But remember, it could be doing the same thing that Bitcoin
it could do
did.
it again. Yeah.
It's like, is this 3?
Like
as long as it makes a higher low.
4-hour could turn into the daily, where you have lower levels of negative or
Dude, this could go to 476 and still be a higher low, pretty much.
Use your words, Fiscus. Use your words.
I know it.
So it's like, oh, it's a triangle too, you know, but it fell out of the triangle. Look, man, it's like, who cares? Just look left. I mean, ice line from April 2018, and there's another ice line at 476. It can go to 476. But you think this is it, man. Like 4 hours saying that it might be time for a rally. This is a nice pattern. I mean, target would eventually be 735.
I like the 4-hour.
Yeah, that's it. You don't got really much of any help on the daily at all, IMO. But yeah, you just look at... look, okay, so this is identical to Bitcoin on the 60-minute before it went to moon. If some of y'all remember, this is before the huge blow-up in Patreon.
Oh, back in 9100 when you saw that 4-hour Gartley.
It was the Gartley, but it was also the 3 rising valleys. Remember?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So it was this. I had to delete it because it just, I don't know. Eventually, you just get rid of old patterns. It gets busy. So it was like 1, 2, and then 3. Rising 3 valleys, and then the Gartley bridged the gap, or was the bridge between the second valley and the third valley, before.
And there was divergence too on the 4 hour, right?
Yeah.
On the 4 hour? I don't know about that. Was there?
I think so.
Nah.
No?
There was no divergence in the 4 hour at all here. It was just though we knew what was going on because we had the spring, right, or the creek. We had a lot of we had stuff like that was definitely letting us know what was going on. I mean, we were covering this every single day. It's just crazy though, right? This was like down here, all the stuff's being identified. And it's like 200 patrons, right? 200 patrons. And it's like, oh, Bitcoin does this, and it's like, oh, really? 680 patrons last month, like in the end, I think. I mean, what happened, man? Like that's. Hopefully, some of those people are getting, they're learning this stuff, right? I really do hope. I mean, this is like what I've been dreaming of. Like, more people really learning this. I don't know. Investing in themselves. I don't know. I hope so, man.
Invest in yourself, not Tezos.
Dude. Badger's not sour. Not sour at all.
Dude, that Tezos, man, that play... It was like
invest in yourself, not Tezos.
There's only so much you can do, Mitch. I mean, you're doing as much. I mean, you're like 24/7 on this. So, I mean, at a certain point, people can only help themselves. You can only do so much to teach someone how to fish. They have to actually pick up the pole and try it themselves.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't
certainly.
even worry.
Just sounds like Honey Badger needs a hug.
Bro, today was
from Tezos.
Today was a day of all days. It was not the day for that to happen.
Feel for you, bro. Feel for you.
Oh, I found out my dad literally went blind today.
Dang.
No bullshit. I swear to God. Literally had an eye stroke apparently. And like in like 3 years be like completely fucking blind, but like he's basically like already there. I'm like, he's 56 years old.
What? I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't know there was such thing as an eye stroke. Jeez.
Yeah, progressive macular degeneration caused from a what is it? It's going to be optic nerve blow up.
Oh my God.
Does that
happen?
It's good, man. It happens.
Does that? Is that like from alamoids? Do alamoids? That's like what causes strokes of any sort. Like it's that substance, right? It's like kind of like how in your hearts you get what plaque that builds up. You can the same thing happens when you get a stroke, but alamoids are what can cause it, right? The stroke.
Yeah, it's platelets that build up, cause the plaque, or something that causes a block in the blood flow.
It's like super shitty
it can
too.
happen anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be the heart or the brain. It could happen in the eyes.
Yeah,
Which I didn't even know you could get eye strokes for one. That was a
That's crazy.
He had two mini strokes like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and like he bounced back pretty okay. And then literally today, mom calls me and is like, "Your dad had an eye stroke." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And apparently within like 3 years, I was like obviously WebMD and Googling the fuck out of it. And basically it's like, yeah, you're going to have like 2400 vision, which is like not good. It's like the lowest level. And he's he's legally blind in one eye from a childhood accident. And I'm like,
already, wow.
And it was the other eye, like the good eye got fucked up. I'm like, damn. Man. And he just retired. Like the dude, super cush, just retired, just did his thing. And then not even 6 months into retirement, has a fucking stroke and is going to lose his vision. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the ultimate dick punch.
How old is he?
He just turned 56. August 18th.
I'll just hold out another 20 years and they might be able to cure that.
I'm just like, that and not good news today.
Elon Musk's going to have a company that comes, solves all those problems.
Yeah, I'm just afraid I'm not gonna have pops for that many more years.
Yeah,
just like, not.
Badger, my heart goes out to you, man. That's sucking news.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, boys. It's it's the part of life we don't love, but it's a part of it. That's the part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, I mean, we've been doing well trading outside of the stupid ass Tezos trade that fucked me. I didn't even take it, but I still took it. I've been doing well on trade. I just been playing Link all last month and this month, and that worked out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's been so many opportunities. It's just like
you
no.
lose some, win more. I mean,
Well, now that you can like short and long on Binance, it's like game fucking over. You're dead. And you just gave my dad lost his eyesight. You're fucking dead. I'm taking all your money.
Honey Badger is personally trying to rob CZ.
I'm gonna just be the most composite of men and be so patient that he just gives me all of his dough.
Extra composite man, super composite man.
It's all good. They gave me a lot on a Link short a couple days ago, so I'm not tripping. And I'm only playing with super small capital this month because I'm just not feeling big capital moves. I don't think it's a good move.
Yeah, we don't have enough data yet to make big bets.
Yeah.
For
Well,
drinks,
it's all good.
Can we look at Tesla?
Sure.
Wonder if we don't get data until after the election. I hope it's not that big of a dry spell.
Almost
How does this
78%
look like
retrace.
Bitcoin.
Oh my god,
What the hell?
hidden divergence out the yin yang on both
Yeah.
oscillators.
You got the accumulation, the run up.
I mean, attempted rally, you think, yeah. I mean, it doesn't ensure that you're going to make a double top or a higher high. You could make a lower high and then dump again. So
It looks so similar.
Stock split was announced about the same time Bitcoin started its big run up.
Yeah.
and then you got Apple too, another splitter.
Yeah, Apple. Yeah.
Dump, man. 3.26% down. Look at this gap fill. I think this is a breakaway gap, but hey, maybe not. $96. When you talk about this is much shallower of a retrace than Tesla.
Yeah.
Right? Where this is a 50% retrace.
Yeah.
But hidden bullish divergence, not a thing. Unless you talk about this low, then sure. But I mean, too much oscillation in between, not as clear as Tesla. The daily would be telling you something. God, what a bearish and golden
Amazon
candle.
at now?
It's down. Yeah, but look at this channel. This is a gorgeous channel it broke out of. Demand line devastated. You broke it. You back tested it today for the first and only time ever, and then you bearishly engulfed to close. Gross, man. Okay.
Oh God!
But you gotta admire and love the channel I was in.
I gotta say, when you went to the daily on Apple for a second there, that did look good. If the negative momentum starts waning.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of like, yeah, get reverse anytime. Is it a good trade setup?
I mean, just to wait for it to see what it does. If it does start to like turn around.
Yeah, they're the market drivers, dude. Like these ones we're looking at, these are the ones that move everything, pretty much. But yeah, you think and hope that in time maybe that money spreads out. I mean, where these things calm down a little bit and the rest of the market can play out. Like all those trades down there, like, you know, we're looking at all the value. Man, there's so much of it. Like it's not been able to really fly, but these have continued to fly. So that might continue, or I don't know, man. It's not, things aren't really too bad right now. I think we're good. Like, you know, I think we could definitely get another run up before the election, but we're just in. You're talking about like doing things with your money right now between now and November. Ooh, it's just like once every 4 years, man, and then once every generation or two, you get an election like this one where it's like, dude. I mean, this is wild. We've never seen this much civil unrest in the United States collectively, probably since the Civil War, right?
Yeah, the Civil War.
Yeah, since Lincoln.
Yeah, so I mean, okay.
It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, real estate's all-time highs. Everyone's leaving I mean, businesses are shut down. It's really weird, uncertain times. So, yeah, could you even be really that surprised if the U.S. dollar does create a partial decline and then breaks out to the upside for the next, I mean, during the election and all that? I mean, how could you be surprised? Especially after all the runs that equities had, the run that gold's had. Yeah. It just wouldn't be weird, I'm saying.
Yeah. Side note, interesting side fact. Abraham Lincoln was a professional wrestler before he went into politics.
I didn't know that.
Wow. I mean, like, we're talking like WWF or like Greco-Roman.
Learn that in
You trolling?
Or score and get wrecked. I don't know, whatever he would say.
We learned that in grade school.
Yeah, even I knew that. Jeez, come on, guys.
I mean, my bad.
Phil?
My bad. I didn't know that.
Phil, you're more American than me.
Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, goodness.
That was his nickname, Slim Jim.
He will destroy you.
And at 12:39,
What was that
turned into
wrestler's
an episode of Drunk History.
Drunk history with Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Come on, Crude. Good as zero.
What was that Slim Jim wrestler's name?
Randy Macho Man Savage.
He died in a car accident literally 2 miles from the house I live in.
You boys bored?
Mitch Jiff incoming.
Bruh.
Say GIF.
I just said bruh and hit the button at the same time. Wow. Anyway, all right. I've been live an hour 35 minutes. Kind of got some, I kind of took it easy tonight because tomorrow I've got like another scheduled celebration of the good fortune that has been bestowed upon me with a couple friends from high school and college and stuff. So, if I got like wicked tonight, I probably wouldn't even be able to do it tomorrow because it's just like, man, on keto, you just can't handle alcohol the way you can when you're not on keto. It's just weird. Like, your whole day's ruined. You go into drinking understanding that like your whole next day is gonna be bad, not gonna feel good. So that's why I do it so seldom. Yeah, it's a lifestyle change. That's okay. So I'm probably just gonna get out of here. I mean, I don't know. Early? Is it an hour and a half in early? It's just,
It's almost midnight.
Yeah, so I really appreciate y'all coming out. It's been a great conversation.
Got beat to you, brother, man. Love you.
Yeah, right back at y'all, man. I mean, because of y'all have changed my life. And hopefully in some way I've changed yours, right?
Big hugs, Mitch Ray. And I'll DM you if you need some help on that other stuff.
Alright, Selliot. Appreciate y'all hanging up.
Thanks a lot, Mitch.
Been fun, boys.
Y'all the Jesus people.
Later.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Alright, Chad, just you and me. We got the chill beats on. We got Bitcoin. Contradicting variables. We know it could pump, but we know it could dump. It's just, there's no edge. So, these are times where I find out who the real viewers are, who the real people are that give a crap about technical analysis, and then the other people that the siege of price action and time will weed them out, and they won't be here until the next pump. So, alright, y'all be good. Thanks for everything. Till next time, respect the TA.
Basta.
Sir Edwards, man, dude, thanks for the largest contribution of the whole night, man. 1776. Wow, that was like, I was like about to end the stream, literally right there. Thanks, man. Yes, that's right. God bless the USA. And everyone else who wants to abide by those same rules that aren't in the USA, right? So, cheers.
Bruh.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Price gonna dip.
I don't know, sir.
XRP going to the moon.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah.
You should leave immediately.
Adios, turd nuggets.